What's up, guys? CJ back with another video. CJ's daily camera. We try to make videos that are short, sweet, to the point, and let you get on your way and find something better to do with your lives. Anyways, so today I want to talk a little bit about the long-anticipated potential successor to the Sony FX3. Perhaps we are not getting an FX3 Mark II, and that is fine. It is what it is. So I remember here, and I don't exactly remember when anything about the when the FX3 was announced, but I do remember when the FX2 was announced because I bought, the FX30. I bought an FX30 right off the bat. As soon as it was announced, I went and pre-ordered it because I thought it was going to be a great content creator camera. And at the time, I was just a vlogger, so I was like, I think that was released with that 10 to 20 f4 power zoom lens, and I bought them both together, and I said, this is going to be a great little vlogging setup here, and bought a little microphone that just, went into the hot shoe, and I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I've always been looking for. But in the, advertising from Sony on that, they were talking about how this is like an entry level. This is to get people to come into their cinema lineup and to be able to start to make videos at another level, I suppose, if you that's kind of what I got out of it, if you ask me. I think that what the goal probably was similar when the FX3 came out, that it wasn't necessarily going to be the end-all be-all. Hey, this is our cinema line. Welcome to the cinema line. Now, natural progression. But I think that you're probably looking at the FX6 being the price difference of the FX, and I'll pull these up because I don't know exactly what they are. I've never really looked at the FX6. It's never been something that's been a priority or on my mind, I suppose. The FX3 is something I own. I love the FX3. I use it all the time. I'm actually shooting on the Canon C50 today. This is my primary camera for this video for this channel right now. I do have my XLR mic finally, so we're all set there. Basically set up, ready to go anytime I want to make a video. I think the FX5 is going to be far more advanced than the FX3, and it's saying that here, substantial upgrade over the FX3. It's supposed to be more like a compact Venice camera than an Alpha camera, so it's going to be probably quite a bit bigger. The rumors are that it's going to be around the same size as the C50 here, which is cool. It's fine with me. I'm okay with that size. I think, again, it's going to be more advanced video filmmaking because I would like to see some great features in this. So it's going to be slightly bigger than the FX3. Global shutter, so it's going to have potentially a global shutter. The release is going to be next month in July, so we'll actually obviously have a little bit more. Rumors are floating around that there's all the Sony ambassadors have got this camera and they're down in the World Cup right now using them. So I don't know how true that is. It's neither here nor there. That's just a rumor floating around, but that's what the rumor is that's floating around. So anyways, the global shutter is going to be kind of cool. They already have it in the A1 Mark II or the A9 III, whichever. I think it's the A9 III, and this is supposed to be superior to that, apparently. So we'll see how that goes. It has features unseen in FX2 and FX3. We want open gate. Who the fuck cares? I don't know. Sorry, that's just a... I don't understand why everybody wants open gate so bad. I'm shooting in 16:9 on this, and I understand it has open gate. This Canon C50 has open gate, but I'm shooting 16:9, and I still crop in from my shorts on here. I have no issues with it. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't really care to have open gate. Never shot an open gate. Never really cared about open gate. It's not really a priority to me. But it's the cool new thing that everybody wants to talk about. Oh yeah, they said open gate. I must have open gate. I'm like a zombie. I can't think on my own. I don't care if you're offended by that. If you're somebody who's I shoot an open gate all the time, who cares? It's not even that important to me. I don't see the appeal to it. I say that, and maybe one day I will feel differently about it, because I can tell you right now that there was a time in my life when I was shooting in 1080p, and I said, there is absolutely no reason I will ever need 4K. What is the point in 4K? It makes no sense to me. There's no reason for 4K. And now I always shoot in 4K. I haven't shot in 1080p in since 2017 was the last time I shot in 1080p. There's going to be a new button menu, a new type of button. It's not going to have the typical D-pad is what they're saying. Okay, we'll get used to that. Price unknown. What do I hope for? I mean, I hope for... Well, for starters, from the sounds of what they're going to try to turn this camera into, or what this camera is going to be, it's absolutely nothing that I'm interested in. An FX3 Mark II, give me the same camera with 4K 240 and then an 8K 30 option, maybe even 8K 60 option, and I'm interested in it. But I don't necessarily want a bigger camera. Like, I have the C50, and it's here. This is where it stays. It doesn't go outside, really. I have taken it to the track, but that's simply just because I was trying to test out a lens, and I'm cool with the lens, but I would much rather have something from Sony with a bigger lens, a better lens from Sony. That's my next kind of goal, I suppose. But I'm really kind of just into some more compact camera gear right now, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But anyways, yeah, the Sony FX5 could arrive here in July next month, and of course, hit that subscribe button here if you want to. I'm not begging anybody to hit subscribe, but hit the subscribe button if you're interested, and I will have my thoughts on this video, on this camera when it comes out. It is a video camera. I like to shoot video. That's what I typically like to do. And for sure, on this channel, we will talk about this camera when it comes out. There's also rumors of a 16-28 f2 GM. Ooh, that's an interesting lens. 16-28 millimeter f2. What? And then maybe Andreas. He's the guy who runs this Sony Alpha Rumors channel page, and he has this kind of YouTube channel as well. I give all the credit to him. He gets all the information. So I mean, I'm not taking any credit for this. So go to his channel. I put the link in the description where you can find the most up-to-date rumors. And I'll be honest with you, I just kind of I take it from him. I get my information from him. So he's the guy. He's the man when it comes to this stuff. So go find him. That's definitely the best place to look for the newest Canon rumor or Sony rumors. Is through him. There's also rumors of a RX10 Mark V, which is a pretty interesting camera to me because it's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none, or kind of deal. We can do everything with this camera. I remember the RX10 Mark IV. I remember when it came out. Actually, because I think the Mark III and the Mark IV were really close to each other when they were maybe a year or so apart. I remember when they were announced. But the 24-600 millimeter built-in lens. Kind of interesting. Can do pretty much everything. Take it to the track and do vlogs with it, whatever. Maybe they could go down to 20 millimeter at the wide end would be great. But hey, whatever. I'll take what I can get. Interested in that. More interested in that camera than I am this FX5 for sure. So obviously, stay tuned to the channel and we will be talking about it. All right, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Later. Bye.